What's up, everybody? On this week's episode, we are finally talking about Avengers Endgame.
That's America's ass.
That is America's ass. Let's do this. What's up, everybody? And welcome to this week's episode. We are, as we mentioned, talking about Avengers Endgame. Finally, it's here.
Finally.
My name is Sherry Miller. I'm joined alongside our favorite hosts of Flix and Six, Max Capper, Michael Harness. Say hi to the camera, fellas.
Hi.
Hey, everybody. What's up? Veronica, hey. Formalities. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like every episode she's going to get a shout out.
Well, duh.
Duh.
Yeah.
So let's dive in. We are talking about Endgame. So if for some reason you haven't seen it yet, spoiler alert. We're just going to dive in. We're talking spoilers from the jump. So if you haven't seen it, go watch one of those other reviews that don't have spoilers. You're not going to find that here. We're talking about this shit.
Okay.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So who wants to go first on their minute with letter grade?
Oh, we're doing that. Okay.
Yeah, we're doing minutes.
All right.
Maxwell, you're up, buddy.
Okay.
On the spot.
Okay.
Mike's going to get you on the clock. I have had a little bit of Red Bull, so I'm about to hit the fucking ceiling.
I just finished mine.
Whoo, boy.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yes, I am ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
I love this movie. Just off the bat, I love this movie. So good. Letter grade, give it an A. Had a couple of gripes. Nothing earth-shattering or would ruin the movie for me, but there were some small gripes. But overall, this movie is awesome. And for 3 hours, it does not feel like 3 hours. Seen it twice, and each time I've just been amazed at how quickly it moves. The action's great, even though there's not like a ton of it. It still feels like well paced, and it's in like perfect little segments. And then just the character development, or the end of the character development, I guess. I thought it crescendoed really nicely. I loved it.
Crescendoed really nicely. Max always comes with the fucking big words, dude. I love it. Okay, Mike.
Yeah, I can go.
You want to go?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Mike.
All right, go. I loved it as well, obviously. It's funny that you said what you did, because I said the same thing to him last night. It was like, the only thing keeping me from giving this like an A, like hard plus, are my small little nitpicks. And I can sit and nitpick about anything, but it's a soft A plus. It's not like in the book stamped hard in black ink, but it's soft. Yeah, I don't want to like waste my minute talking about it, because we're gonna get into it. But yeah, that's where I got.
Okay, soft A plus from Mike. Okay, go ahead and get me on the clock there,
All right.
Mike. Okay,
Ready?
ready? I'm ready.
2, 1, go.
Check it out, y'all. I give this a hard A plus. I opened the book and I stamped it twice. The ink is firm. It's set. It's dried. That's an A plus. I look at this. Infinity War to me was an A. This is an A plus. The reason being, it was everything I could have wanted. We built this movie up so much for so long. You know what I mean? Just 2 weeks ago, we ranked the entire MCU. We talked about what we expected out of Endgame. And this movie delivered everything I could have wanted. Like you both said, I got some nitpicks. I got some little things, but I feel like if I try and complain too much, or if I say I wish this or I wish, I'd be being greedy. It's selfish, because they really delivered everything I could have wanted. I left the theater extremely satisfied. I've seen it twice now. Probably going to go again. Hard A plus, man. I stamped it twice. It's perfect. I loved it.
Cool. 3 seconds to spare.
I did it.
Well
I
done.
finally did it.
Well done.
On the
a
biggest-
movie,
yeah.
on the biggest one we've ever done, I actually keep it under a minute.
Well, we got a lot to talk about.
That
so.
is surprising. So I want to preface the episode up top for you guys on YouTube. We are probably going to do 15, 20 minutes. We don't want to overdo the video, but on the audio episode of our podcast that you can find on iTunes, you can find it on Stitcher. We are going to be talking about this thing for a long time. We've got a nice little outline, so if you leave the YouTube video craving more, find us on our podcast. Put it on while you're driving to work. Listen to it. Rate and review the show. Of course, let's dive into this fucking movie. So the first thing I wanted to talk about with y'all today, I took some notes. Check it out, y'all. Notes. First thing. a theme that we had through our ranking the MCU episode was our favorite chills moment.
Right.
Now, this movie was chock full of chills moments, a lot of tears, a lot of laughs, a lot of chills. Number one chills moment, round the horn.
I know mine.
Mike, take it off, dude. What do we got?
When the portals opened up.
Oh, shit. Explain it. Explain.
Well, you know, Captain America's getting his ass handed to him.
America's ass.
Yeah, America's ass handed to America. And, you know, he's on the ground. He's like, he doesn't know what to do, you know, but he knows he's going to like either die trying or like do this thing. And the next thing you hear is like Falcon's voice come over his little intercom in his ear, and it's like on your left. And then out of nowhere, like one portal opens up, and then another one, and then there's like dozens of them, and then every character from every movie just comes piling into. What world were they on?
Earth.
They were on Earth.
All sorts of worlds. Like
No. Where the battle was. It
Earth.
was Earth.
It was on Earth.
Okay, I forgot. Yeah, every hair on my body was like standing straight up, like all the way down to like my butt.
Oh, yeah.
Just like,
Your butt crack hairs?
yeah,
They were up.
yeah, tingling.
Fuck.
But that was my absolute number one. It's so memorable. It's really the one scene that I can see in my mind just over and over and over again with clarity.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you guys saw it yesterday, so it's like, it's a lot more fresh in your mind. I haven't seen it in over a week.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to piggyback on like ideas, and you guys will have to correct me. But
We will.
that was just the
Incredible.
was perfect.
That was incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're gonna, when we get into the audio, we'll really flesh out those scenes. But Maxwell, what about you, man?
I feel like we're all gonna have the same answer. It's that.
Is it? Say
That was yours too?
Yeah.
I have a different one.
It's dope.
That scene though, oh my god, dude.
It's so dope.
That scene to me was like, hey, like we know that you guys have waited 11 years for this fucking party, and we're gonna make sure it cracks off.
Yeah.
And it fucking cracked off, dude.
Yeah.
That was
It
dope.
was perfect.
For me, however, I think my number one chills moment, man, the part where like my fucking Marvel boner was full and at attention was when Thor and Thanos are fucking squaring up, right? And they're fighting. And then all of a sudden he gets hit, right? And you see Mjolnir fly by, right? And you see the handle and it stops and then it flies back into Cap's hand, right? And you realize that he's holding it. Because, like, I had a feeling that they were going to do that. I had a very small feeling. Like, I wonder if anyone's on, But
I didn't even think of it.
seeing it was out of this
so
fucking
badass.
world. I was like, oh, my God. And then the fight scene that followed, seeing Captain
best fight
America
scene in
with
the
his
movie.
shield and the hammer,
Yeah.
and he's fucking using both. And then he summons lightning and fucking sends it to the ground.
Yeah.
I know. It
I was freaking out, dude. I had
great.
chills everywhere. In my butt crack, dude. Everywhere.
Yeah.
Fucking that was sick.
That was sick.
It was pretty sick. I didn't see that coming. Like, I kind of did, but like once it like came back, I was like, how is this gonna work?
Yeah.
And then I just like Thor's reaction. Like, I knew it.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And
All the
then it
way
made-
from Ultron.
Yeah, all the way from Ultron, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was one thing that the Russos did such a good job of. And the writers, too, dude. The real unsung heroes.
Yeah.
The guys that wrote the script. I mean, Jesus Christ, man. Like,
I would. Yeah.
hats off to you.
I'm not taking my beanie off, but yeah.
Yeah. Now I kind of want you to.
No, it's
Come on.
You
let,
don't. I'm not
let
doing
the
it.
fans at home see the real you.
No, I haven't showered since yesterday. It's
Okay.
It's pretty greasy under
Michael has blessed us in the studio tonight. He has been deathly ill. But we told him, we said, look, dude, we're talking about Endgame. Get your ass in the studio. And he said, gladly.
I also
More or
live
less.
here.
Yeah, you do live here. So, okay. Next one.
Okay.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Number one, funny scene. Your favorite comedic moment of the film.
See, this is where it gets
This
hazy for
is
me.
tough.
Yeah.
I know you've got yours, Max.
I mean, there are a couple that stand out. Like anything with Rocket was just really funny. He's just like his sense of humor, the dry sense of humor is just great. I love that.
I was hoping for like a body part joke at some point.
Yeah.
From Rocket.
Like he has in every other
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Or
like
when he's just like, well, as far as apologies go, that was pretty bad.
yeah, that was funny, dude. That was some funny shit.
So anything with Rocket, the funniest moment was probably just seeing Fat Thor.
See, I knew my moment. It's gonna revolve around Thor. I just can't picture. I can't think of like a line that he has said that was like, ha. Like it just like made me laugh. I can't think of one.
Yeah, when he's like crying.
Because it wasn't a lot of. This wasn't an overly comedic Marvel film. Like there are moments, obviously, and like in all of them, but it was rough. it was
rough.
more emotional, like the negative emotions than like the happy-go-lucky ones.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to place like a specific moment that I found comedic, but Fat Thor, like when they first like show up to the little shack, and Valkyrie's like, yeah, he comes down once a month to like re-up on his booze or whatever.
Yeah.
And like you see him for the first time, and I'm just like, oh my god, like what the fuck?
The belly was funny.
The belly, the
Yeah.
beard,
Yeah.
like them just like belching and like
His like little fucking mittens.
Yeah.
You know, his fingerless gloves. Like that was good.
Just homeless. Like
Yeah.
you go down to Santa Cruz and see someone looking just like
the
that.
greasy, greasy hair.
Yeah.
I think mine is when they've got the panels up and they're talking about the Infinity Stones and where they are,
Yeah.
you know, and they're trying to figure out where they are at what point in time when they're plotting their time travel.
Yeah.
And, you know, Thor's like talking about the ether. That scene was so funny to me.
I don't
He's
remember
like,
it.
He's like, first of all, you guys keep calling it a stone. It's not a stone. It's actually a liquid kind of a thing, you know. And this is Jane Foster, an old flame of mine. And she stuck her hand into this stone and it went into her body. And like just the whole thing, I was just laughing so hard, dude.
Yeah.
This was probably one of his most comedic films.
I love that they figured out in Ragnarok that Chris Hemsworth can do funny really well.
Yeah. He
And
did
they-
have a lot of funny things.
And they kind of kept that going.
Yeah.
And I
Oh,
like that.
actually, I'm gonna amend mine
I know you're going to amend it too.
at the end
Yeah, dude.
when he's on the ship with Chris
With
Pratt,
with Quill.
and he's like,
what he says.
he's like, I'm the captain. He's like, yeah, you are.
Yeah, you're the captain.
when they're
You are.
yeah.
Yeah, and then he swipes the map. You
Yeah.
know? Dude, funny.
That was pretty good.
That was good.
That was good.
Oh, dude, I got to amend mine. I'm sorry, audience. I'm amending it, dude. The part that I actually like genuinely belly laughed both times I saw the movie was when fucking Ant-Man is sitting outside the Avengers
taco?
compound with the taco, right? And fucking
War Machine.
Rocket.
Rocket and Nebula land, right? And he's
Loses
like
it.
putting all the shit in the taco, and then he looks up and it all blows out,
was pretty
right?
funny.
And then when fucking War Machine landed, and it shatters into a million pieces, you know?
That's pretty good.
I was belly laughing, dude.
Yeah.
Didn't someone bring him like a big? Didn't Hulk like bring him like a big taco? Or
Yeah, he
something?
like had the
Yeah.
tacos.
Yeah,
Oh.
2 tacos in one hand. He just hands them to him.
Yeah, and he like takes them. I'm like, oh my god,
That was
dude.
pretty funny.
Pretty funny.
Paul
Okay.
Rudd, so good.
He was
Next
so
one.
good.
You guys ready for this one?
Uh-huh.
This I'm lobbing a hard one at you. All right? Best fight scene. And it could be a fight scene within a fight scene.
Yeah.
It's fucking
Just
tough.
the whole choreography when Captain has the shield and Mjolnir, and
That's
he's
pretty
fighting Thanos. It was so badass.
Fuck,
the way he
dude.
used it all, it was
the combos.
it was just so cool.
It's like when you're playing Marvel versus Capcom, you know, and you're hitting the combos. You know, that's like what it
Yeah.
was, but like obviously better graphics. Mike?
I'm gonna be pretty cheesy, and I said it last night, but I really liked when Pepper showed up and she was in her little suit and it was blue and like kind of weird looking, but when like her and Tony were like kind of like back to back like fighting things, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know in the beginning you see the helmet,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, it's just like a toy or something stupid. I didn't really think it was an actual suit that Pepper had. And then she shows up in it. I'm like, that's pretty cool.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah, I just cheesy route. I really like that moment because it was literally like their last moment, like an only moment fighting together as like husband and wife. So, or partners,
Pretty much, yeah.
You know, because
Yeah.
they don't. It's
In Iron Man
like
3,
together.
Yeah,
you
they're
know?
not together. She
Right.
kind of
Well-
takes the suit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck, that is a good one. I think oh fuck, man, it's tough. I have to go with Cap. When he's got Thor's hammer and his shield and him and Thanos are duking out. I mean, Jesus Christ, man, that was sick.
Yeah.
That's my favorite, dude. Because it was just like it was Captain America being the most ultimate version of Captain America.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and when he straps the shield to like close the wound on his arm,
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, dude, you're the fucking man right now. And then when he gets the hammer, you know, and the look, and dude, our theater went nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like everybody just fucking exploded, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is almost too much, you know. Like I was fucked up watching it because it was just so much awesome,
Right.
Yeah.
that it was like overload, dude.
Yeah.
Well, I told you
Sensory
last
overload.
night, like when we saw it Friday, like our theater was kind of like not on board.
That sucks.
They weren't rowdy. They weren't loud. Like it was literally like our row and maybe like a few people in the midst. But it really, I think that's what kind of not broke my experience, but like shattered it a little bit because it was like, I don't know, our group was broken up because of the two motherfuckers that got the middle seats. It was kind of annoying, but it's just the theater. There wasn't a true I'm here because I want to see how this fucking goes down because I love it so much vibe. It was like, I'm here. You know, because it's a hyped up movie. So it's like, you know, billions of dollars have been spent like over the 3 days that it was opening. And I felt like, I don't know. I feel like it kind of dampered
for sure.
like a lot of people's, I'm sure our theater wasn't the only one, like the experience of it because it was so hyped up.
Yeah.
Because people were talking about it and people knew it was like the end, you know. It's going to be the same thing. Well, maybe not for Star Wars, but I don't know, like younger people kind of like our age where they're like, they don't really understand that it means like a lot to some people and just going because they're like, oh my God, Endgame, #Endgame, you know, just because they can, you know.
Interesting. Yeah, that sucks, man.
That's the vibe that I got.
Yeah, when you don't have a theater full of energy, it definitely affects your energy in the theater.
Yeah.
It didn't really have an effect on me at all. I was in my own little world. I was just
once it
stoked.
started, I was good.
Right.
Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. I loved every minute of it. It was great, but I wished our crowd was more rowdy. Like when we saw Infinity War, like you and I, Thursday.
Yeah, dude.
Crazy. And it was just as crazy the next night when we went on Friday with the big group.
You know,
but it was like, fuck, dude. Like,
yeah,
come on.
our theater, like I went and saw it in Florida, and dude, it was like a fucking party, man. Like everybody, every single person in there cheering so loud.
Yeah.
And clapping at all the right times and fucking everybody crying, dude.
Yeah. No.
Which is a wonderful segue to my next question. Best oh shit moment. Now, this is the kind of oh shit I'm talking about, like, oh shit. Where you're like tearing up. Maybe some tears come out of your face. Maxwell is a heartless fuck, so he didn't cry.
I
but
did not cry.
Can I clarify on this? Like, I cried 3 times, but I wouldn't say that they were like, oh shit moments.
Okay, let's rephrase. Let me rephrase.
Okay.
Words?
Because I
Take two?
have an oh shit, like, oh fuck.
Oh, an oh fuck. Okay, so let's go with an oh fuck moment. Okay.
Versus like a tearful moment.
Yeah,
Okay.
versus crying. Like, oh fuck. Versus like, oh my God. You know?
Yeah.
Mine was the opening scene. My oh fuck moment was
fuck,
that
yeah.
little first opening scene. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, dude.
Like, you gotta kill me before like this shit even like goes.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking 45 seconds in.
Like, oh no.
I was literally like, fuck. Like, just, I kept looking at Pedro and he's just like, oh my God.
Okay, so what he's referring to is, of course, when Hawkeye, his family's eating hot dogs, right?
Grilling.
They're
He's got an
grilling,
ankle
dude.
monitor on.
They're fucking. Yeah, he's got the dude. They're fucking doing archery lessons,
Yeah.
right? She's hitting bullseyes. He's calling her Hawkeye, right? And his wife's like, "Oh, hot dogs are ready," and he turns around and then turns back around. He's like, "Hey, where's my kid?"
Yeah.
And then he turns back around.
Where's my
fucking
family?
Yeah.
Gone.
Oh.
Fuck.
See?
Yes, that was the number one oh fuck moment, and it was the first scene of the
fucking
movie.
Minute. Like, oh shit, dude.
Yeah, they're like, "Hey, you guys thought you were here for a fun time. How about this? Fuck you. Everyone's dead."
No.
God.
Yep.
Brutal. Okay,
it was
so we're all
brutal.
in agreement on that.
That was brutal.
Is that your biggest oh fuck moment?
In that sense, yeah.
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 Yeah, that takes the cake.
Yep.
Fucking Hawkeye's family, dude.
My oh shit moment where I literally said oh shit in the theater was when they cut off his head in the first like 10 minutes of the movie.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
an oh shit moment.
I was like,
thinking about
oh
that.
shit.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
how-
no
yeah,
shit.
that's that.
How do
kinda
we
oh
have a
shit.
movie now?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I was like, so we have
How do we
2
make this
hours and
go
45 minutes left. what the fuck is gonna happen?
Yeah.
I was so confused.
Yeah,
but
dude.
like,
I was.
very intrigued at the same time.
Yeah.
Ow. My ribs hurt from coughing.
Michael's really struggling, you guys, so bear with him, okay? He's doing great.
Sorry if that was loud.
No, you're fine. You turned away, dude.
Yeah.
I
But
think
that was a good one because
Yeah.
I think that was probably my like shit.
Oh shit, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
When he because it's like also it's not just that he cut off his head, right? But it was like mid sentence.
Super sudden.
Oh.
Right? It was like
They were like interrogating.
You don't
him.
even see it coming.
And he's like looking at fucking what's her name? I keep forgetting.
Nebula.
And he's like, maybe I was too harsh on you and blah blah blah, and then fucking shink,
with the axe.
and it was just like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
And
was
then
out
I
of
was like,
nowhere.
yeah, I asked myself, I'm like, dang, dude, fucking, I don't even have to pee yet, and fucking Thanos is dead. What are we doing?
15 minutes in.
Yeah, dude, definitely. Okay.
That was tricky. It was that was an oh shit for sure.
Fuck yeah, it was.
Cry.
Let's talk about our tears. I hope that this is a safe space because we're gonna get vulnerable.
Oh, I don't subject to toxic masculinity. I'll talk about my crying. Boop.
Amen to that. Well said, Michael.
Well, yours is.
Mine's hard because it was pretty much the whole fucking
That's what I
movie.
mean.
Yeah.
Okay. So the whole movie for Jeremy.
Well, let me tell you that. Okay, so when Hawkeye's family died, dude, I had tears in my eyes.
triggered.
I was fucking like, oh God, dude. Too soon.
Yeah.
Too much, too soon,
Yeah.
too fast.
Yeah.
Take it easy on me. They
No.
didn't. They did not.
No.
Then when Tony Stark is sending the message or recording the message for Pepper, I was like, okay. Even though you know, like he's fine, like he's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
It was the emotionality.
Sure, but what made it different than the trailer for you? Because that was in the trailer.
It was, but just the fact that
The CGI stuff.
the CGI,
Yeah.
him all sucked
I know.
up, and the fact that
It hit
like,
me different too.
and the you know when he said, "I'm just gonna rest for a minute. I'm gonna rest my eyes for a minute." You
Yeah.
know, I was just like, "Oh God, dude!"
Yeah.
And just you know, he's gonna be fine, but the fact that he was in that moment so vulnerable. The great Tony Stark couldn't think his way out of this one.
Yeah.
He was at the mercy of the team,
Yeah.
who was nowhere around. That just hit me, dude. And then honestly, like throughout the remainder of the film, I had tears in my eyes or tears coming out of my face for probably like 64%.
Yeah, I mean, like I told you last night, like I had 3 good moments where I like cried.
Okay,
But I was sniffling that pre-cry sniffle
Sure.
the whole movie.
Yeah.
But the first one was when Tony and Spider-Man were reunited, and he was just like, "Kid." I was like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, dude, that was fucked up.
The other one was why am I blanking on this? Oh shit.
Oh shit, you told me last night too.
Why am I blanking? Oh, the portal. Honestly, like
Yeah.
when all the portals opened up, it was like tears of joy, but I still like was like really emotional about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it wasn't for Tony dying. What the? Scarlett Johansson when she
Oh
died.
yeah, Black Widow.
That made me really, because it was like an interesting scene.
It was.
Because I was like, oh shit, are they gonna like try and kill each other because they're both assassins? And then obviously not, because they're like best friends, and you know they were trying to like kill themselves. And I didn't know if like things were gonna work the way that the Soul Stone was supposed to work, because it was supposed to be like a sacrifice, not like a suicide thing.
Right.
So I didn't know if it was gonna like have the same, like one of them dies because they jumped off willingly, like if nothing was going to happen. That's where my mind was going.
Yeah,
like,
totally.
Are they even going to get it because of this?
Yeah.
Right.
How crushing would that have been?
That's what I.
It's
That's
like
why
they
my
didn't
mind
even
was
get
going,
it. She
but
killed herself, and it was like, yeah, that's not the rule.
That's
Oh,
what I mean.
God.
It's like it requires a sacrifice. But I know
You're
it's
fucking
like
heartless.
It
dude.
would have fucked up the whole movie.
you know. I know the whole like soul for soul. Like I get it. It would never go down like that. But still, that's where my mind was
Yeah.
like, oh shit. Like don't jump without maybe some form of like let me cut the wire real quick kind
Yeah.
of moment. Which I
Yeah.
mean, she ended up like doing it herself basically.
Right.
But
Right.
yeah, that got me really good.
Yeah, I think the times that I was actually like crying, the first one was, I mean, like there were tears a lot of the time, but when Tony Stark gets back to the Avengers compound and, you know, Cap and everybody's there and they get in that fight and Tony Stark fucking serves him up, dude. And
Yeah.
he's like, and he says, I lost the kid.
Yeah.
Right. And, you know, like that, when he said, I lost the kid, Boom, dude. And then, but the hardest was obviously like Tony Stark, man. When Iron Man died, he's my favorite, man. This is my boy.
I
And
know.
when Pepper said,
You can
"We're
rest.
okay,
Yeah.
you can rest," and she put her hand on the what's it called again?
Arc
Reactor, and the light goes out.
Mm-hmm.
I lost it, boys. I was like legit, like in the theater, like I'm not even trying to play it cool.
Yeah.
Because the lady next to me is sobbing right on the left, and the lady on my right is my girlfriend, so she has to love me. But I was like fucking in my hand like this, dude. And I had the like whimpering, like fucking sobbing, dude. Like I
pretty
couldn't
good.
even face it, dude. I was like, I knew it was coming, but I didn't know it'd be like that. You know, like fucking, dude,
I know.
it rocked me.
I think it's because I knew it was coming that I didn't have that reaction.
Oh, that fucking floored me, dude. But
Everything else I didn't foresee happening. It was
Yeah.
like, oh God.
Yeah, dude. But
Yeah.
luckily, like everybody was crying, so it was cool. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
real cool.
Yeah.
Maxwell didn't cry because he doesn't have a heart, so he's the Nebula of our
close.
group.
I came close.
Did you
Okay.
tear up?
My eyes got a little hot.
They
I
got
guess.
hot.
Yeah, you know that like you get a little hot in there and it's kind of watery, but nothing's coming out.
Yeah.
No.
So I lost the bet.
you
I-
bet that he was going to cry?
Yeah, when we ranked the MCU, I
Yeah.
had $5 on it that Maxwell would tear
When you were
up
at the
And you-
MCU?
when we
were
ranked
ranking
it.
and
Oh.
you took that bet, so he owes you $5.
I owe you $5.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
You're welcome.
I'll take that Venmo.
I shouldn't have brought it up.
Yeah, so I was like, I don't remember making this bet.
Well, I can't Venmo right now. My phone's the camera.
We made this bet
Yeah, dude.
that you said he was going to cry, and I was like, yeah, I don't think so.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
You've
$5.
You've been sick.
Yeah, I know. Just buy some seltzers. It's
All
fine.
right, I'll get the seltzers, dude.
Yeah.
Okay. Last question for the YouTube.
Okay.
Any changes to your top 5? We spent a lot of time ranking the MCU. I'm going to pull up mine. I know that I have some changes. I mean,
Well,
I feel
yeah.
like, honestly, like after our ranking episode, I feel like a lot of mine changed.
Mine did too, and that's why I said it before we started filming. It's like mine is completely different, like perspective since we did that episode. So,
Yeah.
I'm putting Endgame as number 1, Infinity War as number 2.
what?
Yeah.
You're not even leaving Iron Man in a number 2 spot?
No, because without Infinity War, Endgame wouldn't have worked.
No, I get
You know,
that. I'm
so-
just okay.
Yeah, I'm bumping Iron Man to number 3, so it'll go Endgame, Infinity War, Iron Man, and then Captain America: The First Avenger, and then Captain America: Civil War. That's my new top 5. I'm standing by it. That's my story. Double stamp in the book. Maxwell.
I've been thinking about this. Endgame is better than Infinity War. And I had Infinity War at my number 1. So logically it would be my number 1, but just thinking about it, it doesn't stand alone. And I feel like that's
where
a
my
big
mind's
part
going.
for me. Ranking these movies is a part of it. So I don't think it can, by that logic, I don't think it can be number 1.
That's
it,
fair.
It just can't stand by itself. It's not a movie you can just watch with no context.
But remember, these are your favorites.
These are my favorites.
They're not ranked in order of best of. They're ranked in order of your favorites.
So if we're going by that, then yeah, it's probably my number 1.
Cool.
Oh, that's what we're doing this off of?
Yeah, because our ranking was our favorites. Favorite first, all the way to least. Our very most favorite
I
to
know,
our
I
least.
know, I remember.
It's fucking tough, dude.
It
Because they're... I don't know if I could call it my... gotta sneeze.
Not into the mic.
Oh, damn.
Oh, God.
I'm so glad that that's on camera.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let it happen, Mike.
It's my... it's hard to even say the words because I've only seen it one time. I think that's where my hang up is. I haven't seen it enough and like been able to dissect it enough because you weren't here and like I was too fucked up Friday night to really even talk about it.
Yeah.
Like I barely said 2 words to like Max or Katie while we were walking back to the car and I'm like, yeah, bye. And I
Yeah.
just got in my car
I
and
need to
left.
You were
process.
fucked up.
And then I left and I woke up sick as shit for
Yeah.
the next week.
So you haven't had enough time to digest.
Yeah, so it's like I want to say it is my favorite because it wrapped almost everything up in a nice bow. Obviously, some open ends for future stuff, which is cool. I guess it would probably have to take number 1, and then Infinity 2, and then Iron. See, my other Avengers are getting overthrown here because since we've done this episode, I've rethought everything.
Right.
So it would probably go Endgame, Infinity War, Iron Man, Winter Soldier, First Avengers.
Awesome. So it did change.
It changed a lot. I mean, I could redo this whole list again, and it would be completely different compared to what I've now seen in Endgame. Because now I have a different perspective on all of these other movies and why they said and did what they did. But it's like, at the end of the day, like I said, it's favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So-
I'm not like 100% on that, but yeah. that's
I'd
where
say
I'm at
maybe
right
like
now.
a soft 90. You like giving softs.
Yeah. What?
You know, like your soft A+. This is
Oh.
your soft 90. You know what I mean? Like your
Yeah,
soft
I would
list.
say 90%. Like, okay. I
Okay.
can watch these, like,
Roger that.
yeah.
So I think the next step we're going to take is we're going to, you know, there's a lot of haters out there. I don't know if you guys know this. There's a lot of haters. So we're going to talk about, you know, our defense to the haters' critiques, some criticisms of our
I was
own.
going to say, I'm going to be a hater for a couple minutes.
We got a couple things, dude. And then we're going to talk about more of our favorite scenes. We're going to talk about any of our beef that we have with the movie. We're going to talk about the time travel, try and explain the ending, figure out what's next for the MCU. All of that will be in our audio-only podcast on iTunes and Stitcher. Yep. So if you're feeling it, you're vibing with us, make sure you head over to iTunes, type in Flix, Flix, N-I-N, 6, the number 6. Find us on iTunes. Check out the rest of the episode. Thank you so much for stopping by for some of our favorite moments of Avengers Endgame, where I spent the majority of 3 hours crying my fucking eyes out. I'm Jeremy Miller.
Max Gaber.
Hey, Michael Harness.
We'll see you guys next week.